So here I have all of the ingredients for the shepherd's pie. Instead of meat, we're gonna be using shiitake mushrooms, which already have that nice earthy flavor, and it's gonna make the shepherd's pie delicious. So no meat, none of that stuff. This is all vegan. For the remaining veggies in the dish, we have 8 shallots, 8 cloves of garlic, 4 carrots, 6 celery stalks, and 1 whole bag of Trader Joe's fresh English peas. To give the shepherd's pie that home-cooked flavor, we're gonna be using herbs including fresh rosemary, thyme, and parsley. For the stock, we're gonna use a couple different ingredients, including a dark beer, which I have 2 cans of in this bowl. You can use any dark beer that you like, just make sure that there's no lactose or milk in the beer. Along with that, we're gonna use 1 whole carton of organic vegetable broth. Go ahead and season with salt and pepper. Along with the salt and pepper, I'm gonna add some of this nutritional yeast. Just a little bit. So while those mushrooms are cooking in there, we're gonna prepare some of the other ingredients. So we'll start off with the shallots here. Once you've got all your shallots peeled, just go ahead and thinly slice them. The next thing we'll prepare are the carrots. And because this is such a hearty dish, I really don't feel like peeling them. It's not gonna make that much of a difference anyway. Now take each of the carrots and just thinly slice them. Okay, now we'll take all of the celery stalks. Just like the carrots, thinly slice them now. Now lastly, let's prepare all of the garlic. The mushrooms are done. So let's go ahead and take these guys out. I could eat these all day long. What we're gonna do now is make a roux. This is gonna help us to create a base that's nice and creamy, almost like a gravy. So you wanna get your pan back up to a high heat. Grapeseed oil is probably the best for this because it has a very high smoke point and the oil is gonna get hot and you don't wanna burn it. Now immediately take a whisk and mix around in there until all the flour is well incorporated with the oil. It's really important to keep whisking as you're doing this. Once you've done this for about 1 to 2 minutes, you can see it's smoking a lot now. You're gonna add all of these vegetables and it's gonna smell really good in here. Now before you mix anything around, season with some salt and pepper. Now mix all the veggies in. So you can see that the roux has coated all of these vegetables very nicely. And now what it's gonna do is it's just gonna cook down. And later when we pour in the stock and the beer, all of that roux is gonna mix in with the liquid and make it thick. We are now ready to add in our garlic. So we'll season with some salt, some black pepper. And at this point, I'm gonna add just a little bit more nutritional yeast. All right, these vegetables have been cooking for about 10 minutes now in the pan. The garlic's been in there for maybe about 1 to 2 minutes. So at this point, we are gonna add the beer. And now mix that in. Let the alcohol cook out of the beer now. It'll take about another 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, now that that's reduced, we're gonna add in the mushrooms. Mix those around. Add a little bit more salt, black pepper. And now we're gonna add in the vegetable broth. pour all of it in there. Mix it all around. Now we'll wait for this to come up to a boil. At this stage, I'm gonna add in some of Trader Joe's coconut liquid aminos. Now I'm also gonna add a little bit of apple cider vinegar, probably about a tablespoon or so. Just the right amount of vinegar is gonna enhance all these flavors. This is tasting really good now. I've got the seasoning just to where I want it. It's starting to bubble there in the pan. So I'm gonna add the fresh herbs now of the rosemary and the thyme. I'm not gonna add the parsley yet. The parsley should go in towards the end of the cooking process. All right, so the herbs have been in there for about 6 to 8 minutes now, I'd say. They've done their job, so let's go ahead and pull those out. It's okay if you can't get every last little leaf out of there. This is nice and thick now, so at this point, we're gonna lower the temperature on the stovetop. For myself, I'm using an induction burner today, so I'm just gonna bring the temperature down on here. But on a gas stove or an electric smooth top, you would reduce it down to medium-low, to I would say even closer to low temp setting. We're gonna let this slowly simmer for a couple of hours, and while it's in the process of doing that, we're gonna make the mashed potatoes. Let's do it. These are Yukon Gold potatoes here. I have 10 of them. I'm gonna go ahead and peel them now. Now we've got all our potatoes peeled, so let's cut them. Okay, now we're gonna boil these in a large sauce pot for about 35 to 40 minutes. This is looking fantastic. It's just slowly simmering over here, and look, it's becoming more velvety and thick as we go. I'm now going to add in all of the English peas. At this point, we've got our shepherd's pie base simmering, we've got the potatoes boiling, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna prepare some ingredients that are gonna go into the mashed potatoes to give the potatoes a lot of flavor. The first thing that we're gonna add to them is some green onions. I have 3 of them here. We're also gonna chop up a jalapeno. We're gonna mince up some garlic, and then along with that, we're gonna add some Dijon mustard, nutritional yeast, some Earth Balance or any other kind of vegan butter, and a little bit of unsweetened original almond milk. Okay, our shepherd's pie base is finished. Our mashed potatoes are finished. Let's put it all together. Okay, now we'll take our mashed potatoes, place it on top. Now what you want to do is kind of create a little bit of a seal around the edges. Make sure all the edges are nice and covered. So the last thing you'll do here is take a fork and run it along the surface. What this is doing is it's creating more surface area, and the more surface area you have, the more it's gonna brown, and the more browns and the crispier it gets, the more flavorful it gets. So we're gonna take this now and pop it into a 375-degree oven for about 40 minutes. Look at that. That's a thing of beauty right there. That looks good. I want to eat that. You can see how we ran the fork through the top of the mashed potatoes and how all of those little edges got nice and brown and crispy. It's just going to taste that much better because of that. The gravy underneath and the potatoes on top are the perfect match. They just go so well together. This is a recipe that you are going to want to make. Hands down, this is one of the best recipes I've made on this show, no doubt. I mean, look at it. It looks beautiful. It also tastes amazing. Really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. As always, thanks so much for tuning in. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and I will see you guys next time.